The first and the foremost is integrity. Without that, without integrity, you don't have a discipline. Without integrity, there is no meaning for what you are. There is no meaning for what you do. So what is the first one? Integrity. What is integrity? Can anybody define what is integrity? See, the basics are very, very important. If the roots are strong, then the tree grows taller. Then the tree is strong. If you are part of an education institute, and that too like this, where they have certain core principles, it is very, very important you remember and you live that principles. Then you are in alignment, or else you are not in alignment. And when you follow these core principles, you become a better person. Yesterday we are speaking about how to be a better version of your own self. Yes, I said this is what we are going to speak about it. Now, these core principles, when you follow these core principles, this is going to assist you, this is going to help you to be a better version of yourself. The first one is integrity. So, what does integrity mean? Anybody? Integrity is not sincerity. Wrong. Unity? No. Wrong. Authenticity? Integrity. Okay. You are closer to the answer, right? You are actually correct. But I'm trying to imbibe the thought so that you answer it. Authenticity. What is the definition of authenticity? Then I'll come back to what is integrity. Can anybody say what is authenticity? Arey, this is an English medium school, right? This is a simple meaning. Hmm? Being, that is just a broad term. Authenticity means what you, when somebody says you are an authentic person, you are an authentic person. When do somebody says you are an what you are thinking? The same way you are acting. Oh, okay, you are very closer to the goal. Give her a good round of applause. Is that all? Give her a good round of applause. Yes. Authenticity simply means what you think and what you speak and what you do is one and the same. What you think and what you speak and what you do is one and the same. That is authenticity. Integrity means you are truthful to yourself, not others. You are truthful to yourself, whether somebody is watching you or somebody is not watching you. That is integrity. A man of integrity means he is truthful to himself. That means he is doing the right things. Whether somebody is watching you or nobody is watching you, he is always doing the right things. He is truthful to himself. That is integrity. You got the difference now? Integrity means you are being truthful to yourself. Whether somebody is watching you, somebody is not watching you, you are corruption free. You are corruption free because you are a man of integrity or you are a woman of integrity. You want the right things. You want the right things so that you do the right things. Right things you want for yourself, not for others. This is a very, very important definition you have to understand. There is a saying, honesty is the best policy. Have you heard of it? You know why that saying is there? Honesty is the best policy. You know why that saying is there? If you lie, imagine if you lie, who will get the hurt? If you lie, who will get the hurt? You told a lie, only you will get the hurt. You cheat another person. Who you are cheating? You are cheating yourself. So, if you speak the truth, by default you will feel happy. Yes or no? Anytime you feel the truth, you speak the truth, you are happy. Correct? And every time you lie, there is a pain in your consciousness. So that's why they said honesty is the best policy. Now, the very first point in the core principles is integrity. If you have integrity, then your life is by default happy. This is a happiness science. This is a happiness science. Every time you maintain that integrity, your life is full of happiness and celebration. If you are not a person of integrity, then your life by default will be miserable. You might have money, you might have job, you might have name and fame, but there is no happiness because there is no integrity. So this is happiness science, the most important formula. The first one is integrity. Integrity means being truthful to yourself. Write it down in bold letters. Integrity means being truthful to yourself. You are truthful to yourself, whether somebody is watching you, somebody is not watching you, somebody is monitoring you, you don't care. You are truthful to yourself, that's all. When you are truthful to yourself, will you fear anybody? When you are truthful to yourself, you will not fear anybody. You will have the courage that I am truthful to myself. Why should I fear anybody? Why should I butter somebody? Why should I please somebody? Because I am truthful to myself. But if there is no integrity, then you want to butter somebody. You want to please somebody. You become a people pleaser. You become a people pleaser because you don't have integrity. A person of integrity will never be a people pleaser because he is living the truth. Truth gives you that strength. Truth gives you that fire. Write it down. Truth is equal to strength slash fire. Truth gives you that strength and fire. So, as a teacher, you come to the school. As a teacher, you come to the school and you are doing your duty with integrity. Will you fear anybody? Imagine you are coming to the school and you are doing the duty as a teacher. Will you fear anybody? Will you fear the principal? Will you fear the correspondent? You will not fear anybody. And even if you are losing the job, will you fear? You will not fear because you have integrity, you will get job anywhere. You will have that confidence. If not this school, there are thousands of schools. And you being truthful, you being authentic, if the school is missing you, then who is the loser? The school is the loser, right? So that fire, that strength you will have within you. Suppose if you are not a person of integrity, then who will suffer? Only you will suffer. Because when you go back home, while you are in the school, you are always fearful. If this job goes, what will happen? If I lose this job, what will happen? So you will try to please somebody. You will try to butter somebody. You will try to be nice to the principal. You will do some politics. All those nonsense you will do because there is no integrity. But if you have integrity, then you don't care about all those things. Your focus is only on the work. And when you go home, you go happy. Yes, you live the day honestly. You live the day truthfully. You did your duty. You are very honest. Then you go happily. You go happy back home. So the most important point, my dear friends, is integrity. The first letter is I. It starts with you. Integrity means you have to remember integrity starts with I. So that means you are being truthful to your own self. So that is the first and the foremost. Authenticity is what you think, what you speak, what you do. So authenticity comes in your execution, how you carry forward your life. Authenticity comes in how you carry forward your life. Integrity matters to who you are, what you are. A man of integrity means what is the core of the person? What is the fiber of that person? This person, the fiber of this person is a man of integrity, is a man of truthfulness. Even if he doesn't open the mouth, but he is a man of integrity because it is in his DNA, it is in his signature, because he is truthful to himself. Right? Authenticity means how you execute your day to day affairs. You got the difference? Integrity is what you are, authenticity is how you carry forward your life. These are the two things. Now, when it comes to sincerity, now what is the definition of sincerity? Sincerity means you really need something from your heart space, then you are a sincere person. It is not superficially you want something, you want it from deep down, then you are sincere. It is not superficial, it is deep down. Deep down, you want to be a teacher, you are a sincere teacher. You want to be a teacher just for the job, you are not a sincere teacher. If that is something superficial, that means you are not sincere. If that is very deep down, that is sincere. For example, you are in love with somebody. Okay. So, one person, okay, he is doing all the things what I like, so I like him. So, the other person changes the behavior, then the love is no more there. So, that means the love is not sincere love. In spite of all the negativity, you still like the person, you say it is a sincere love. See, when somebody is nice to you, you like them naturally. Yes or no? If somebody is having all the good qualities, naturally you like them. But somebody is not nice to you, somebody don't have that great qualities, but still you like them. What do you call? What do you call that? That is called love. Do you know the difference between like and love? Oh my God, I have to educate from the basics. Do you know the difference between like and love? You know what is the difference between like and love? When you say somebody, I like you, when you say somebody, when you say to somebody, I love you, what is the difference? Do you know the difference? What is the difference? In love, there is no shoulds and should nots. The acceptance, there is no should, you should accept. It cannot force upon it. I'll give an example. I like Switzerland. I like Switzerland because it is clean. I like Switzerland because it is a great administration. I like Switzerland because there is a lot of greenery. I like Switzerland because there is a lot of fresh air. I love India even though there is poverty. I love India even though there is pollution. I love India even though there is no honesty in the political system. Can you see the difference? The difference is you like something although you like because there are a lot of good things. You love although there are many bad things. So that is the difference between the like and love. Like comes based on what you appreciate. Love comes based on what you feel. Okay. Liking comes from your mind. Love comes from your heart. Very simple. Now, do you love your profession or you like the profession? Do you love your profession or you like your profession? Because correspondence there is there, you have no other choice. No, speak authentically. Do you like your profession or do you love your profession? You love your profession. Why you love your profession? You know there is a lot of challenges in this profession, but still you feel like doing this. Still you feel like doing this. You feel like being a teacher. So this feeling is important. So you feel like being a teacher. If you don't feel like being a great teacher, then you cannot do justice to your job. Got it? So to be sincere means to have that deep feeling. It really comes from your heart. That means you are a sincere person. Many people are sincere. They say that, okay, I want to be a great teacher, but they don't do the necessary hard work. So then they cannot be a great teacher. Yes? So sincerity naturally is followed by seriousness. What is the difference between sincerity and seriousness? Sincerity is you really feel from your heart that you really wanted it. That means you are sincere. Seriousness means you do practice, you do sadhana, you make efforts. You put efforts until you get what you want. Every single day, regularly you put practice until you get what you want. That means you are a serious person. Okay? Every single day you are sincere and you are putting in efforts. That means you are a serious person. Sincerity is there, but efforts are not there, then there is no seriousness. Sincerity without seriousness is of no use. You are just daydreaming. Yeah, in my heart, I want to be a great teacher, but you don't come to the school. What is the point? You are just daydreaming. So, sincerity and seriousness both are very, very important. Whether you are in the physical world or whether you are in the spiritual world, whether you are in the business world, whether you are in the family world, sincerity and seriousness are very, very important. Without sincerity and seriousness, you cannot be a great person. You cannot achieve success in anything. If you want to achieve success, you write down the definition. Success is equal to sincerity plus seriousness. Where there is sincerity and seriousness, then there is by default success. You don't seek success, the success seeks you. The success will come behind you when you are sincere and serious. This is a very fundamental ingredient for you to be a successful person. Once again, what is sincerity? What is sincerity? You really feel, you really want it from your heart of your being, your feeling space. Seriousness means you make efforts towards what you want. That is seriousness. And when you really wanted something and you are making your 100% efforts, naturally you will get it. That is the formula. So sincerity and seriousness breeds success. Sincerity and seriousness breeds success. Success in everything. Suppose you want to be a great meditator, you want to be an enlightened person, then are you sincere? Then are you doing serious sadhana? Then you will be enlightened. You want to be a great businessman, are you sincere? Are you serious? Then you will be a great businessman. You want to be a great teacher, are you sincere and serious? Then you will be a great teacher. You want to be a great mother, you want to be a great family person. Even to be a mother or a father, even to be a family person, you need to have that passion. Without the passion, you cannot be a great mother. And you have to put in a lot of efforts. Correct? You just tell your child, I love you. I really love you. But I cannot do the cooking. My TV serial is going on. What will the son say? Are you a real mother or fake mother? Yes or no? Your love, your feelings should put in action. When you cook nice snacks, food to your children, then the children say, Mummy, I know how much you love me. Because you are showing it in action. If it is only in the feeling space but not in the action space, it is of no use. You got the point? It should be in action. If it is not in action, then you cannot be a great person. Whatever you are, you cannot be a great person. Even in relationships, you have to put in efforts. Relationships are like nurturing. If you don't put in efforts, then the relationship will fall apart. Agreed? If you don't give time to the relationship, you are not giving quality time, you are not making efforts to understand another person, will the relationship flourish? The relationship will never flourish, it will fall apart. So, sincerity and seriousness. Effort, seriousness means effort. Every single day effort. You got the point? Now, on another note, the first is integrity. What the core principle? What is the second one? Hmm? What is the second one, madam? No, no, no. In the core principles, the school core. Second one. First is integrity. Excellence. Excellence or empowerment? Excellence. What is the third one? I want all of you to write down the 5 core principles of a very school you are working. The first one, integrity. The second one, excellence. The third one, what is the third one? Respect. The third one is the respect. And what is the fourth one? Innovation. Fifth one, responsibility. Now, you tell me honestly. Just we are in a friendly space, okay? We are in a very friendly space. Nobody is going to judge you. Tell me honestly, have you ever thought about this? No. Never thought about this. Then every time when you are entering, there is a 5 principles board, no? So when you see that board, what you feel? Every day you are walking, seeing the board. What do you feel when you see the board? Some school principles, some core principles of this school. Why should I bother? That is what you think. What is your thought pattern? What is your thinking pattern? Please tell me. We are in a friendly space. Nobody is going to judge you. But I am here to support you. I am here to help you because we are going to transform the whole process. See, when meditation becomes the culture of this school, you are the representatives, yes or no? You are the one who are meeting the parents. You are in the parents' meeting, correct? The principal doesn't come to the parents' meeting. Then it is important you know the core values. Let me tell you honestly, parents don't care about the education. Parents care about the character. The child is spending more time in the school. Yeah, the quality time the child is spending. So the child's character is getting molded in the school. And children always learn from observing. So when you mold your character, then by default you are inspiring the children. So when you are molding your character, that means you are becoming a better version of yourself. So the first point, integrity, you got the meaning. Now, when it comes to excellence, this is where the mindfulness comes. Yesterday we spoke about mindfulness. So the more and more you practice mindfulness, the more and more naturally you will excel in everything you do. Yesterday I gave the definition. Yogaha karmasu kaushalyam. Kaushalya means excellence. Kaushalya means excellence. Anything and everything you do, you'll do an excellent job. There will be excellence in whatever you are doing when you do mindfully. Mindfulness means your body and mind both are in the same place and you are not multitasking. Of course, in your education, you think like, doing multitasking is a great thing. That is what you are assuming, right? If you do multitasking, then you are a great employee. This is what you think. But the truth is, if you do multitasking, you are not a great employee. When you focus one thing at a time, then you are a great employee. If you do five things simultaneously, five things you will mess it up. But if you do one thing at a time, then you excel in that one thing, you finish it off. Then you go to the next thing, you excel in that, then you go to the next thing. Then people have the misunderstanding, sir, if I do five things at a time, then I save time. Because time is limited, I will do multitasking, I will save time. You know the truth? The truth is, you do five things simultaneously and you are able to do the job in 1 hour. For example, if you do mindfully one thing at a time, all the five activities, you are able to finish it off only in 40 minutes. Because when you are focused on one thing at a time, your execution speed will be very high. Because you have no other things in your mind, only one thing at a mind. You will finish it off, then you go to the next, then you go to the next, then you go to the next. There is excellence in what you are doing and you will save time. I want all of you to do this experiment. This is a very, very important experiment for today. No multitasking, only one thing at a time. When you do only one thing at a time, you will excel. Now you might ask, sir, women are naturally a multitasking people. Women's multitasking gifts is for the family. When you're taking care of the child, you have to take care of the child, you have to do the cooking, you have to clean the house, you have to take care of a lot of activities. So it is instinctual. For a woman to multitask is instinct in the house. But when you come to the work, it's only one thing at a time. Then only the excellence will come. If you do multitasking in the professional space, there are two spaces: family space, professional space. In the family space, multitasking is a natural ability for a woman. That is a gift. That is fine. But if you bring the same multitasking to the profession, you will mess it up. In the professional life, it is one thing at a time. Mindfulness. Anything and everything you do is one thing at a time, is mindfulness. I want all of you to do this experiment. What is the experiment is, when you focus on multitasking, you are not an excellent person. That means your work doesn't have that excellency. Your work doesn't have that perfection. But when you do one thing at a time, then there is perfection in your work. You know what Bruce Lee said? When somebody interviewed Bruce Lee, do you fear? Because he is the most successful person, Kung Fu. So somebody asked Bruce Lee, do you fear your opponent? Then Bruce Lee said, I don't fear my opponent who have 10,000 skills, who have 10,000 techniques of fighting. I don't fear the opponent who have 10,000 skills of fighting. But I do fear the opponent who have practiced one skill 10,000 times. I do fear the opponent who has practiced only one technique 10,000 times. I do fear. Because you practice one skill 10,000 times, you are the best in that. So, one thing at a time, excellency matters. How much job you do doesn't matter, how you do matters. And the beauty is, once you master the quality, naturally the quantity follows. So when you practice this mindfulness, you will reach a certain level of awareness where naturally you will multitask in total excellence. The example is Krishna. You know, Krishna is a great enlightened person. So once you reach that level of, I'm giving an example, once you reach that level of an excellence, very naturally you will multitask. Without you making any efforts, multitasking will happen through you naturally. That is a natural state of affairs. So that is the highest level. But until you reach that level, until you reach that high conscious level, high awareness level, you have to focus on one thing at a time, mindfulness. So the experiment is, when you are doing one thing at a time, there is two outcomes. One, whatever the work you do, you will do without any mistakes. There will be excellency, number one. Number two, you will be able to do it faster, quicker. You are able to do more things in shorter period of time. So these are the two experiments I want you to do. Okay. So now when it comes to respect, can you define what respect is? Now this is a very interesting subject. You know what is respect? Where does the respect come from? Does it come from outside or does it come from inside? The respect comes from yourself. You are very much sure about it? 100%? The respect doesn't come from outside. The respect comes from ourselves. So what is that called? Self-respect. So respect is always associated with self. Respect is always associated with self. Now, you expecting another person to respect you is not respect. That is a natural phenomena. What you give comes back to you. But we are trying to understand respect because that is one of the core value. When you respect another person, other person respects you. That is a natural phenomena. What you give comes back to you. Whatever the seed you sow, that is the plant it grows. Law of karma. What you give comes back to you. But define respect. Respect is something which comes from within you. Now, why they have respect as a core principle? See, honestly, I never discussed with the correspondent sir about all those things. As a matter of fact, I'm speaking. Respect. Why it has been part of the core value? Hmm? Respect life, you have to understand. So, underline. Respect is for life itself. You respect your life. You value your life. Only when you are respecting your own life, only when you are valuing your own life, you are able to inspire the children to value their life. Respect is always for the life. Your life itself is respectable. Whatever the challenges, whatever the hardships, whatever the suffering, whatever the failures, still life is respectable. Life itself is respectable. That is why it is associated with self respect. You know, a person of self respect is a person who moves forward in spite of all the failures. A person of respect is a person who moves forward in life in spite of all the challenges, in spite of all the failures, in spite of all the guilt, in spite of all the shame, in spite of thousand people pulling you back, you are still moving forward. That means you are a person with self respect. That is a definition. Write down self respect is equal to self respect is moving forward in life in spite of all the failures, in spite of all the shame, in spite of all the disappointments, in spite of everything happening in life, you are moving forward. So that means there is hope. There is hope in your life. That is what respect is. And that is precisely called self respect. Now, imagine when you are respecting your own life, then by default, you will respect everybody's life. Because everybody is going through their own challenges, everybody is going through their own hardships, everybody is going through their own ups and downs. Is there anybody 100% perfect? There is nobody 100% perfect. You are not 100% perfect, but you respect yourself. So other person is not also 100% perfect, but still you respect him because he has life. So when you have this attitude, then there is collaboration among the staff members. There is no backstabbing. There is no gossiping. There is no negativity. Where there is respect, there is no negativity. Do you agree? Where there is respect, there is no negativity. So then there is no negativity among the staff. When there is no negativity among the staff, naturally there is no negativity among the students. It is the staff who inspire the students, yes or no? It is the teachers who inspire the students. So, very, very important. So, respect is associated with self respect. Self respect means you keep moving forward with a hope, you moving forward with positive attitude. With hope and positive attitude, you keep moving forward, and there is no judgment. When you are judging somebody, that means you are insulting your own self, because you don't respect yourself. When you don't respect yourself, you don't respect others. But when you respect yourself, you always respect others. Anytime you are gossiping, you underline, anytime you are gossiping, you are insulting your own self. Anytime you are judging yourself, you are insulting your own self. Anytime you are comparing, anytime you are comparing with another person, you are insulting your own self. Because you're all a unique being, yes? Is there anybody on the planet Earth who is like you? Is there any person on the planet Earth who is exactly like you? Is there any person like you before? In the history of humanity, is there any person exactly like you before? Is there any person after you? No. You are such a unique person. There is only one available in the whole creation. So, how precious you are, how unique you are. When you realize this, then you are a person with self respect. When you are able to see your own beauty, then you are a person of self respect. Okay. So when you have this attitude, you are, as a teacher, you go into the class, you are a person with full of respect. You are a person with full of self respect. You are a person with full of confidence. You are a person with full of beauty. Then what you radiate? By default, you radiate that. Okay. I'll give an example. Take orange. Take orange. And you put pressure to the orange. What comes out? Orange juice comes out. Grapes juice doesn't come. Apple juice doesn't come. When you are squeezing an orange, when there is so much pressure, you are squeezing the orange juice comes out. That means only what is inside you comes out. What is not inside you cannot come out. You are squeezing an orange, only orange juice comes out. Apple juice doesn't come out. Grape juice doesn't come out. So, as a teacher, what you are inside, only that will come out. You agree? You cannot pretend. Deep down, you are having inferior complex. Deep down, you compare yourself. Deep down, you don't have hope in life. Then what can you project to the student? You cannot project. That is all fake. Don't fake yourself. Be real. So when there is a transformation from within, then whatever, in spite of all the pressure, in spite of all the pressures of life, in spite of all the challenges of life, the nectar will come out. When you have nectar inside, only the nectar will come out. So as teachers, it is very, very important you transform yourself first. You transform yourself into a beautiful person. You transform yourself into a person of respect and value and worth and love. Then naturally you radiate that. Because you are that. What you are, you will radiate it. So this, as a great teacher, this is a very, very important quality. If you want to be a great teacher, you have to be a great student first. Are you a student of life? Are you a student of life? If you are a student of life, then only you are eligible to be a great teacher. Student of life means every day you are making effort to make yourself a better person. Student of life means every day you are making effort to be a better person. How you are able to make yourself a better person? When you practice meditation, when you practice mindfulness. These two things, meditation and mindfulness, every day you practice, every day you are making yourself a better person. You got it? Now, when it comes to innovation, what is innovation? Innovation is not sustainability. Newness. Okay. Right. Anybody? Creativity. Okay. Anybody else? You are able to see from a different perspective, out of the box thinking. Okay. So, innovation, innovation simply means you are an open minded person. Innovation comes when you are open minded. Only when you are open minded, the innovation happens. Open mindedness means you are always open to learn new things. You are always open to learn other possibilities. You don't fix in one point of view. You are open to see the same thing in different point of view. Okay. So there is one object. Okay. So the object you see from the front view, it appears different. And from the side view, it is different. From the top view, it is different. So you are open minded to see in every possible viewpoint. When you are able to see from every possible viewpoint, you are an open minded person. So out of that, you are able to understand the complete 360-degree shape of the object. Similarly, the very innovation means innovation from the school point of view. Innovation from the child point of view is you are encouraging the child always to be creative. Write down the points. Number one, innovation means always you are encouraging yourself and the child to be creative. Number one. And number two, you are always open for new understanding. The same understanding you have, but you are open for new understanding. In other words, a different point of view, a different perspective. Point of view means perspective. And innovation also means adventure. Okay. If you are not adventurous, you cannot be innovative. If you are comfortable with the same old things, then you cannot be innovative. You have to be adventurous enough to leave the old, to put aside the old and take risk. Try new things. So you should be adventurous. So innovation demands being adventurous. Adventurous means coming out of your comfort zone. That is very important. Write down. Always come out of your comfort zone. Unless you come out of your comfort zone, you cannot be innovative. Yes or no? If you are in your comfort zone, will you be innovative? You will be lazy, couch potato. But when you come out of your comfort zone, then there is every possibility of newness. There is every possibility of innovation. There is every possibility of new creativity. Always come out of the comfort zone. You should encourage the child to try new things. Always try new things. The child is naturally adventurous. The child is naturally adventurous. The child is naturally creative. The child is naturally innovative. Unfortunately, the naturally creative child, the naturally creative, the naturally adventurous child, the naturally innovative child comes to the school to become a dumb. That is what is happening. Do you agree? Every child is a creative child coming to the school becoming dumb. So, where we are heading in our education system? So, as teachers, you should start reliving your own creativity because you are all children once upon a time. Yes or no? You're all children once upon a time. You're all adventurous once upon a time. You're all creative once upon a time. So you should start reliving that. When the teacher is adventurous, naturally the student is motivated. As a matter of the fact, you don't need to motivate the child. You just leave the child as it is. Very naturally, the child is innovative. But it is you who have to understand that innovation, to be innovative, you need to be open minded. Okay, you need to see from different perspectives. You should have an adventurous approach. You should always encourage the newness. When a student in my days, no, in my school days, I like to write the exams in my own way. I don't want to write because the teacher will give the question and the answer. I never wanted to replicate. I never wanted to write the same sentence. I want to write the sentences in the way I feel like. Own writing. The essence is the same. But most of the teachers, they don't appreciate it. Only few teachers appreciated it. But most of the teachers, they say, it is not given in the textbook. If you don't write this textbook answer, we will not give you marks. That is absolute stupidity. When you do this, you know what happens? You kill the creativity of the child. You kill the geniusness of the child. But with God's grace, I never listened to any of my teachers. That's why I'm here today. That is a fact. I never listened to any of my teachers. Because deep down I know I'm right. But my mother encouraged me. My mother is a great mother. My mother encouraged me, even though you get 0 marks, you write what you feel like writing. So I stick down to that principle. So after I graduated from the school level and when I went to the college level, university level, that is appreciated highly. Okay. So when it comes to the innovation, it is very, very important that your focus as a teacher. See, yesterday I told you, whatever you teach, the Google can teach. The AI can teach much better. But what is your role as a teacher is to support the innovativeness of the child, to support the creativity of the child. You have to support as a teacher. Okay, suppose you are teaching a class and the student is watching in the window and is drawing a parrot sitting on the branch. And then you will go, see, hey, what you are doing. And then you will scold. Yes? You will scold. You will not scold? You are a special teacher. Naturally, the teacher will say, I am teaching the subject, I am teaching a max subject, what you are doing. But if you are a teacher of innovativeness, then you will immediately understand the student is not interested in the max. Because he is not interested in the way you are teaching, so he is watching the window. So then you will say, okay, how can I get the student's attention? You are not scolding the teacher, you are not scolding the student, you are not finding fault with the student. You go back and you introspect. How can I get the student's attention? How can I teach the mathematics in a more creative way? So you start innovating yourself. You start bringing in the new concept. Okay. So instead of the boring mathematics, you will start giving them the real examples. Okay. I'll give you 10 rupees. You are going to the shop to buy the chocolate and you get one chocolate is 1 rupee. So you are buying two chocolates. So how much change the shopkeeper will give you? So when you are trying to engage the child in a creative way, in a real life examples, then the child doesn't want to look into the window. The child will start thinking, yeah, correct. What will I do? So it is the teacher's job to innovate themselves in the best possible way. How can they be creative teachers? How they can be more innovative? And when the teacher is innovative, then the same applies to the student. The teacher encourages all the child to be innovative. That is the greatest gift you can give to your students. The greatest gift you can give to your students is not to destroy their creativity. Not to you don't encourage them. That is okay, but don't destroy their creativity because that is a great injustice you are doing, right? So innovation is very important. Then responsibility. Finally, everything comes back to responsibility. Your life, whose responsibility? If you are happy, who is responsible? If you are sad, but that's not the way it goes in the family, right? If you are happy, you are responsible. If you are sad, your husband is responsible. Your mother-in-law is responsible. Your father-in-law is responsible. If you are not happy, everybody is responsible. If you are happy, I am responsible. So you should change that mindset. If you are happy, you are responsible. If you are not happy, still you are responsible. If you are not happy in your life, only you are responsible. Nobody else is responsible. You might say, my husband is beating, my wife is torturing me, whatever you can say, but still you are responsible. Because you allowed your partner to abuse you, so you are responsible. I'll get back. So you allowed your partner to abuse you, you are responsible. Okay? Anything and everything in life, this is the ultimate truth. I'm not speaking philosophy. This is the ultimate truth. If you are not happy in your life, only you are responsible. If you are happy in life, only you are responsible. So, when you have this responsibility, then you know what happens. Then you will stop blaming others, number one. Write down. The blame game will stop. Once for all, you will stop blaming others. You will not blame situations, you will not blame anybody. You will start taking responsibility. The blame will go away. The jealousy factor will go away. The comparison will go away. The negativity will go away. The complete negativity will go away. Because if I am feeling negative, then it is my responsibility to come out of the negativity. If I am not performing well as a teacher, then I don't blame the classroom. I don't blame the board. I don't blame the ecosystem. It is my responsibility. What can I do? Okay, there is some disturbance. What can I do to fix it? So instead of finding blame on the fan, finding blame on the floor, finding blame on the surroundings, you take responsibility and see what best can be done. So in that situation, what best can be done? So if you take responsibility, then you are not finding faults, you are finding solutions. This is very, very important. Instead of finding faults, you will find solutions. For example, if you are not happy doing this job, how many of you are not happy doing this job? Anybody? If you are not happy, for example, if you are not happy doing this job, is anybody putting a gun on your head to stay in the job? Nobody is putting a gun on your head to stay in the job. Then who is responsible? Only you are responsible. If you are not happy, leave. You have all the freedom to leave. You are staying there for your own insecurities. You are staying there for your own 1001 reasons, and you are still blaming that this job I am not enjoying, this job, this job I am not happy. Then who are you complaining? So when you take responsibility for your life, then you become a mature person. The maturity, the definition of maturity is when you take responsibility. When somebody is called a mature person, a person who takes responsibility is called a mature person. A person who blames others, a person who finds faults with others is an immature person. A person who takes responsibility is a mature person, whether in it's your personal life or your professional life, both the lives. A person of responsibility is a person of maturity. So these are the core values, my dear friends.